Yeah, so I didn't think I'd make it this far because it was like a really long path. Like first off, I had to win 4 matches in the qualifier stage because I wasn't one of the invited players. And then group stage 1, I did pretty well. In group stage 2, I did poorly, so I had to go through the last chance. And yeah, I ended up making through at the very end, so I'm very happy about that. I felt like my play was pretty solid. I don't really regret any of my matches, other than maybe against Dog. I could have played around his Blade Flurry a bit better. But yeah, that's about it. I didn't actually practice too much for this tournament necessarily. Like, I didn't find out about it until like a couple days before I was actually going to play in the qualifier. Generally, I just like go through some spreadsheet analysis with my team, like get an idea of what everyone else is going to be playing and an idea of like what my team thinks the strongest decks are right now, or what has been performing well for them. So I get quite a bit of help, and then I base all of my decisions on a combination of those things. My deck choice is basically what I'm comfortable with. I don't try and tech too much against like a certain meta. I'm generally known for playing mid-rangey decks and stuff like Hunter, Druid, Secret Paladin. I just play like what I know is going to perform very well for me personally, and that way I'm less likely to make mistakes. Like, I thought about times where I might bring like a triple control lineup to counter the aggressive decks, but it's not really my style of play, so I just lean towards what I know best. Generally, I expect more aggressive decks from Chinese players. They like bringing stuff like Zoo and Face Hunter. I watched some of their matches because they played in the Celestial League, so yeah, those were the only VODs of them I could find though. It's kind of hard to research since I don't read Chinese. I think they're about both even, but people would probably lean towards saying the group with Kalinto is stronger. But yeah, I think they're about even. Yeah, he's just a very respectable player. Also, Dog is very strong, and I think the group I'm in, like me and Cypher and Surrender aren't as like established as maybe some of the guys in the other group. But I think everyone in this tournament is very, very strong. Well, I don't know much about the 2 Chinese players, but they made it this far, so I'm sure they're just as good as the rest of the guys. Alright, let's start with Kalinto. I've been wanting to play against Kalinto for a while. I've actually never queued into StarLadder in a tournament. I think he's a great player. I'm looking forward to playing against Dog. I've played him quite a bit of times in tournaments already. He's very solid, but I think I've had the upper hand against him in the few times I've met him. Cypher, I actually don't know too much about, so I can't say much about him. Surrender, I've been watching his stream quite a bit recently. I think he's a very strong ladder player and probably one of the best guys in the Korean scene right now. Stan Sifka, yeah, I met him actually. He was my win and in ticket here, so I beat him like in a pretty convincingly fashion, but I think his draws are just pretty poor. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing him again, and the 2 Chinese guys again, I don't really know much about, but we'll see. Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit of tournaments recently. Like the end of last year I had Esports Arena, the road to BlizzCon. I actually ended up making it to BlizzCon, but I fell a bit short. I finished like 12th place, and recently I've been picking up in the open tournament scene because I want to try and get as many points as I can to like qualify for the road to BlizzCon tournaments throughout this year, like the winter prelims or whatever it's called that's coming up next month. Hopefully I can make it to that. And yeah, I think the amount I'm playing in right now is enough. Like I still have to stream and I have other obligations, so I'll play in any tournament basically. Like it doesn't matter the prize pool necessarily, like anything that I'll get invited to, and like open tournament prize pool doesn't really matter now because it's all about the world championship points. So prediction, I like to say I'll go 3-0, but I guess 2-1 is a bit more reasonable. Like actually I haven't done very well against Asian players typically. like the ones that bring the 3 aggro decks. So I feel like I might lose to the Chinese player because I don't know as much about him as the other 2 guys. But yeah, I think 2-1 is a safe prediction. I've played in a fair amount of lands so far and I haven't ever finished first. So I think now is my time to shine, so hopefully I can win this one. I haven't really gotten to check out the city much so far. It's pretty cold outside. I don't know if I actually venture out there much. I like staying inside in the warm, but the city looks pretty beautiful from what I could tell so far. And actually, I'm still kind of jet lagged. My flight was like 20 hours total with the layovers and everything, so I've kind of just been resting for now, but hopefully I get a chance to do some things in the city.